In a small village in ancient China, there were 3 monks famous for their contagious laughter. They were always found together walking around the village and spreading joy with their laughter. The villagers loved these monks and often invited them to their homes to eat, drink, and share stories. They would ask the monks how they could always be so happy. The monks would simply smile and continue laughing. One day, a group of people from a nearby village came to visit the laughing monks looking for ways to overcome their grief and suffering. They had heard that these monks had the secret to happiness and wanted to learn from them. The 3 monks welcomed them with open arms and invited them to sit down. The villagers shared their troubles with the monks and asked for guidance. The first monk responded by laughing loudly. The second monk joined in, and soon all 3 were laughing uncontrollably. The villagers were confused and slightly irritated, thinking that the monks were mocking them. The first monk then spoke up, "We apologize if we have offended you. We are not laughing at you, but at ourselves. We laugh because we realized that we had forgotten how to be happy." The second monk continued, "We realized that happiness is not something that can be found outside of ourselves. It is not in money, material possessions, or even other people. It has always been within us, and we just need to remember to tap into it." The third monk added, "We are not happy because we have everything we want, but because we appreciate what we have, and we choose to focus on the good things in life, no matter how small." The villagers were amazed by the wisdom of the monks. They had expected to be given a complex solution to their problems, but instead, they received a simple and profound truth. The monks continued explaining that life is full of ups and downs, with moments of joy and sorrow, but how we react to them is up to us. We can choose to dwell on the negatives and be overwhelmed by our troubles, or we can choose to focus on the positives and find joy even in the smallest things. The villagers listened intently and began to understand the importance of cultivating happiness from within. They realized that it is not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be embraced. As the villagers left, they felt lighter and happier. They thanked the laughing monks for their wisdom and promised to practice what they had learned. From that day on, the laughing monks continued to spread joy and happiness wherever they went. They were often seen sitting under a tree, laughing and enjoying each other's company. People from all over would come to sit with them and learn from their teachings. The 3 monks never forgot their own lesson and continued to find joy in the simplest things. They knew that happiness was not something to be pursued, but something to be experienced in the present moment. Many years passed, and the laughing monks grew old, their hair turning gray. One day, they received word that one of them was nearing death. The 2 remaining monks rushed to his side, knowing that their time together was coming to an end. As they sat together, the dying monk smiled and said, "My dear friends, do not mourn my passing, but remember the joy and laughter we shared. Remember that happiness is always within you, and it is up to you to choose it." The 2 monks nodded in agreement, tears streaming down their faces. They knew their friend was right, and his words would stay with them forever. Soon after, the monk took his last breath and passed away, surrounded by his friends. The 2 remaining monks sat in silence, reflecting on their memories. They knew their friend had left them with a profound lesson they would carry for the rest of their lives. From that day on, the two monks continued to spread joy and happiness to honor their departed friend. They traveled to many different villages, sharing their teachings with anyone willing to listen. Along their journey, they faced many challenges and hardships. They encountered famine, disease, and even persecution for their beliefs. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their commitment to spreading happiness and joy. One day, they came across a boy crying by the side of the road. They approached him and asked what was wrong. The boy explained that his father had passed away, and he did not know how to cope with the pain. The two monks sat down beside the boy and shared their wisdom. They told him that feeling sad and grieving was normal, but he should also remember the happy times he shared with his father. They encouraged him to focus on the good memories and always carry them with him. The boy listened closely, a small smile beginning to form on his face. He thanked the monks for their guidance and continued on his journey, feeling lighter and a bit happier. As the two monks continued their journey, they encountered many others struggling with pain and hardship. They offered guidance and support, always reminding people to focus on the positives and find joy in the present moment. Many years passed, and the two monks grew older, their hair turning white. One day, as they were sitting together under a tree, one of them turned to the other and said,